Bro, it gets even funnier. I woke up today and was greeted with this post by Donut, which, FYI, to give clarification, everybody up to speed, Donut and a few others like Sneaky, were giving out a few leaks before Chapter 123 came out, and now we're starting to get an early glimpse of maybe some leaks for the upcoming chapter, Chapter 124. FYI, this was Chapter 123, what we were left on, which, as we all know, a lot of memes have been created thanks to this, chapter. I mean, I think Sneaky's tweet alone really just describes the current state of the Oshinoko community with the memes. But getting on topic, though, basically there's a few things that need to be clarified here before I go any further and talk about this tweet by Donut. For one, there is not going to be a chapter of Oshinoko this week. For instance, it's on break, and I believe the chapter will be coming out next week. Not this week, next week. And so because of that, we're going to have a little bit of a wait, but leaks are obviously going to start kind of pouring in over the, upcoming days. For instance, in the next 3 to 4 days, we're probably going to be getting leaks to what to expect, so to speak, from Chapter 124 of Oshinoko. And it seems like this is kind of like an early glimpse of some leaks that are coming in for the chapter. Now, one thing I do want to say before I go any further is that obviously this is leaks, and it doesn't mean that it's 100% confirmed. It does not mean that this is going to happen, so do take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt, but judging by just, what has been happening and what we've had from the leaks and stuff, we could assume they're accurate to a degree. Okay. Anyways, let's get into Donut's tweet. So he talks about how there's going to be an upcoming color page for the chapter of Oshinoko, Chapter 124, which makes sense. It's a pinnacle moment. Even if we disregard, this moment and the memes behind it and all that, this was a very big chapter that really pushed the plot forward, having Aqua and Ruby understand who each other were, and finally revealing that, they knew each other in their previous life. So it was a big chapter. It legitimately was a very powerful chapter, and so having a color page after this makes perfect sense, especially with just the overwhelming popularity of Oshinoko. And apparently, according to some people that told me on social media, that, there was the most comments and interaction with Chapter 122 and 123 for Oshinoko. I don't know exactly how they got this statistic completely, but people have told me in terms of conversation around the series, it's the most it's ever had. So, take that how you will. Anyways, let's get back on topic. So Donut made this post, and then he quickly corrected saying there will be a color page, but they don't believe it will be just, Aqua and Ruby on the cover, because it's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed who's on the cover, but, it could be. It could be Aqua and Ruby, but the point is that we know there's going to be a color cover, and even then, when I made a post talking about this, tweet, Donut responded to me saying that, yeah, there's going to be a color cover, he just doesn't know who's going to be on the cover. But, if we think about everything, it's definitely kind of going to that direction, and let me explain. So, basically, the description of what's going to be on the cover, apparently, is this. Now, this is a machine translation, so this doesn't mean it's going to be entirely accurate, but it does line up with everything that kind of happened at the end of the latest chapter of Oshinoko. For clarification here, I'm going to read it. Their previous life agreement becomes part of their current lives. So, when we think about what the final page was for Oshinoko, she says, you said that you'd marry me when I turned 16, right? Sensei, I've already turned 16. And obviously, this was an agreement that they made in their previous life. 100% that was the agreement. And so, when you think about that, and then you see this translation, it's just like, so is it really pointing to that direction of the story? So once again, this can mean multiple things. I mean, there is a chance that, yes, this doesn't mean the Aqua Ruby ship is going to happen. This can mean just their life is going to change, etc. It can mean that as well. So I wanted to point that out and also let you all know that Donut did correct himself below. But still, the absolute dumpster fire that the Oshino community is in right now is ridiculous. Like, I want to point something out. So, basically, this is also, once again, from Donut, and I've seen this kind of going around a lot throughout, just Oshinoko post online, and basically, there's been an active, just overall implosion to where, memes and stuff been created and all that, and now, multiple communities, say, on Reddit, on Twitter, on, the Discord, apparently, if you even participate in talking about the current events of Oshinoko, for instance, the Aqua and Ruby ship potentially happening, you're banned. And I'm just like, look, okay, yes, regardless of your feelings on the matter or whatever, memes, dumpster fire, and all that, how hilarious it is, it's legitimately hilarious. It is technically kind of what's going on. It's a truth. Let's not joke. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, legitimately, you're not going to tell me if you read this chapter and then you see what she said here and it's just like, oh, will you marry me? It's like, it's what's happening. It is technically going on right now. So having discussion around it just, like, makes sense. It does. And the fact that you have these communities just openly, like, banning everything that talks about it, memes and everything, it's just like, wow, okay, you just, like I said, it goes back to what I said. It's a complete implosion of the Oshinoko community. The community is just collapsing in on itself. You have people that are just completely upset with everything that's going on, and it's as I've already stated in previous videos, it's hilarious. I legitimately have been having a lot of fun just watching just the dumpster fire that has been on display for these past 3 to 4 weeks now. It's been fun. It legitimately has been a fun time. Easy content as well, not gonna lie. But, yeah, I wanted to talk about this because we're now starting to get leaks, and it's seeming like we are getting more into that direction. Will that happen, though? Is Akka and Mingo trolling? We will find out. But, I'll leave it at that. As more information comes out, I will let you all know. But be safe, stay healthy, everyone. I love you guys. Chibi out.